Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new here from my Lego or weight loss video, thanks for joining. My name is Seth Maxwell and I have functional ADHD. Today's video is a little bit different. We're jumping back into the backyard project. In this video, I had a contractor come out to give me a quote for concrete, and he brought up an interesting thing that I hadn't thought about, which could potentially put a whole wrench in my planning for this backyard project. So stick around and check it out. Well, I didn't film anything today, but we did have the concrete guy and stone guy come by and look at the space, and we talked about some different options. One thing that we were discussing, which is going to be a chore of mine, is we're talking about this back wall and how I want to drop this down so that it's the ground level. And he was saying, well, are you sure that there's no like foundation underneath this, that it's actually wall all the way down? And I was like, I think it is, because over here on this side, if you go over here where the bikes are, you'll see that the ground is dropped down and you can see there's like more wall there. I mean, it even goes as far as like on Peter's side, like over here, you can see it goes down really far. So I think that the wall is going to go down all the way to the level that I want it to be. But he said what I should do is just take a shovel and dig a big hole right at the base of it. So that's going to be something we're going to have to do maybe tomorrow. Marge, what are you doing? Why? Why in the middle of the dirt? You could lay down in the house where it's warm and cozy, and you just want to lay in the middle of the dirt. You're such a goofball. And then look, the trash pig we were talking about, just eating pieces of wood. Junkyard. So that's the update for today. I will check back with you guys tomorrow and see if we can be a little bit more productive than we were today. So, bye! Big roots. Big old roots down there. Oh, that's something else. What is that? Oh, it's a water line. There's a water line. That must mean there were sprinklers back here. Look at this. Look. See it? There's a water line back here. So they definitely had sprinklers back here somewhere. Good to know. All right, so there's like kind of a hole under there, which makes me think that this cinder block goes down to there, but doesn't go further. Which means it may not actually connect all the way down. We shall see. So today has been kind of like a planning day. This weekend I dug some holes against the back wall, and it looks like, I don't know how, I'm gonna ask our neighbor Peter, but it looks like the cinder block wall stops and then there's like a void under it, which is weird because I thought there would be like concrete or something on the base of it. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like it was just sitting on dirt or something. I have no idea. In any case, I don't think we're gonna be able to knock down this little wall that's this curved wall, because it is holding the dirt that's then holding that cinder block wall. So if that's the case, then we have to leave that dirt there, and we need to and it would be either create a new wall here or leave the wall that's there. And you know, with budget and time and stuff like that, it just makes sense to leave this wall and instead maybe make it look more like what we like. So option one is we can paint it. Maybe paint it kind of like the dark gray color that we have going on over here for the fence. Could stucco it, but then the problem with that is it probably will show kind of ripples and indentations because it will not be perfectly smooth. It's more of like a decorative concrete block than it is. It's more of a decorative concrete block than it is a smooth block. like a standard cinder block. So yeah. In any case, I thought what I would do is lay out kind of what I'm thinking for this like boardwalk. So you can see here all the bricks are gone. So the boardwalk that would go around, that would be wood or Trex or whatever, some sort of, wood composite. And then the layout for where the slab would go for the kitchen, and just kind of like roughly blocking out what I'm thinking. This is actually the shape of what the kitchen, not island, but the kitchen would be. This would be the concrete slab that would go all the way to here, would cut off right here. So you can kind of ignore this. This would just be the slab of concrete. And then this would just be dirt, because we're gonna break this wall out that goes along here. So we're gonna put, edge banding along here, which would go against the, the deck or the boardwalk. And then this would just be dirt that would go through here to kind of make the planter for this orange tree. But yeah, that's kind of what I did. I laid it out. The dogs are, doing their thing. Like, what dog just lays in the middle of the dirt? Crazy dogs. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing today, is just lay out, trying to figure this out. So, it's a lot of planning. It's a lot of, research, looking up, since I don't know how to do all of this stuff, talking to people that do know how to do it, but that's what I've been doing all day. Tonight we have, because it's Monday, we have a date night. I think Amanda and I are going to go over to Ganal Lumber, which is a local lumber place by us, to kind of take a look at some of their different decking material. I think they have a bunch of composite stuff like Trex and that, but then they also have woods. The con with woods is that it's gonna need to be sanded and stained. It's gonna need to, it's a lot more fragile than this composite, but the nice thing about it is it's beautiful and you have different grains, whereas a lot of the composite stuff just looks all the same. So I got to look at it in person to really tell if there's a huge difference. But yeah, that's the plan. And yeah, I'll take you along and show you what we find at the lumber store and stuff. So stay tuned for that. Look at her, just bacon. So yeah, stay tuned. Take you on our date night. Get out of here. First stop is Ganal Lumber to go check out some of this new decking. Look at how beautiful this wood is. Man, I don't know. This is going to be a very tough choice. And then that's these guys over here. Oh, it tells you right here. So we can just get a sample. Oh. And then it'll tell us what it'll tell us. Just so you don't have to, yeah.
Golden.
Yeah.
Are these? Those three?
Look at the back. See if it says it on the back. That's Trex. Of the colors. Of course, you picked the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Like a fancy. Huh? What?
You need a
tool belt? No,
tool belt.
Not yet.
Maybe you should get some gloves.
Let's look at gloves. Wow. Okay. What glove?
I was thinking like that's too delicate.
Hold this and let me check. We're gonna do a fit check. These are expensive though. Just have the long thumb.
OOTD.
Why is this so high though?
Maybe you have short wrists.
That's something.
Yeah, you with your short thumbs.
That's a long thumb.
You don't have to feel insecure.
Just take short thumb. I think this is better as doing something like this.
I think you should go with the leather ones, but it's just me. Don't listen to me.
So I think if you go with what? Leather?
Yeah. What about just like leather? Like, no? Too stiff?
Yeah. Let's try this one.
There you go.
Still. Hashtag short thumbs. Yeah. This is leather though. That'll be good.
Yeah, that's not gonna rip off like the other ones.
Yeah. I just don't look like this much protection. Paints and stains and caulking, adhesives, electrical, everything. You having fun? Well, that wraps up our trip at Ganal. We got our samples. Now we're gonna head over to a TikTok famous place called Giada, which has apparently a delicious Caesar wrap. Wow, look at how cheap this parking is. So we got the Caesar wrap.
You're not gonna put any Caesar dressing on it?
I also had to get the meatball sandwich. I am a huge meatball fan. Next stop, get some dessert.
It's almond on one, yeah, the cornflake on one side and then dark chocolate on the other side. You got the dark chocolate side, I think. Okay, let me try this thing. Okay, dark chocolate.
Good dark chocolate.
That is good dark chocolate. Okay, let's try this almond. No, not almond. Cornflake?
Yeah.
I think it's good though.
Yeah, good.
I like the cornflake. Together? Together's good too. All right, how's this pie?
Delicious.
This thing looks insane. I don't understand what the different layers are though.
I think it's like a frozen whipped cream kind of thing.
We could have more chocolate. It's good though. Very sweet.
And last up, we stopped off at this grocery store, which is basically a place where you can fill your own containers of soap and things like that Amanda wanted to check out. But that was it for our date night.
All right, we are going on a Facebook Marketplace adventure. I've been looking for some accessories for the backyard as we redesign it, and one of the things I wanted to get was like a Japanese pagoda, kind of like those Japanese lanterns. And somebody posted one on Facebook Marketplace. It's out here in San Dimas, which is about 25 minutes from my house. So we're going out there, kids are in bed, and I'm gonna go check it out and see if it's any good. If it is, I'll buy it, it's a good price. And if so, I'll show it to you. But yeah, that's the adventure. Never know with Facebook Marketplace. So the Facebook Marketplace mission was a success. I didn't film while I was there on my way home just because it was late. But this is what it looks like. This is the pagoda. The not pagoda, I guess. It's a Japanese lantern. This thing is massive. Like, I don't know if I can put in perspective how big this is, but it's huge. Well, here, look. There's my hand. So this thing is huge. It's probably 3 feet tall. It's made out of concrete and then it's painted, so it looks aged. But this thing is awesome. I love it. It is so heavy. It's 4 components. So it's this top piece, this middle piece, this piece, and this piece. And I know they all have significance. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head right now. But those 4 pieces, come apart. But man, this top piece probably weighs 150 pounds. This is gonna be awesome in our backyard. And then what's cool is it has a hole that goes all the way through, and it has this little dish. And I guess, back in the day, it was used for like fire, like you put like a candle or flame or something in there. Modern days, we can use lights. So I think I'm gonna wire, when we're doing our landscape lighting and stuff in the backyard, I'm gonna wire a light up in there that should look pretty cool though. So I'm super stoked about it. I got it for, I didn't tell you how much I paid for it. I paid $60 for that thing, which is, if you know how much those things cost, man, it's a steal. It probably, like a normal Facebook Marketplace price might be like $200. That thing is, yeah, it's awesome. So anyway, just thought I would update you and show you my cool new lantern. All right, well, that wraps up today. We had a great win with that Facebook Marketplace pagoda find. Date night was excellent, but that wall issue is causing me some stress. Gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with that, and I think it's gonna change our entire plans for the backyard. If you're enjoying this content, a quick like or comment really helps me out, pushes this content out to more people so my channel can grow, and I truly appreciate that support. All right, in the next video, I'm gonna reveal how much I sold all that brick for, as well as we're gonna tackle a common ADHD problem that's plaguing my backyard. So stay tuned for the next video. That'll drop next Monday.
This Friday, we'll have a new video unrelated to the backyard project, maybe more Lego, Manjaro, weight loss. So stay tuned for that on Friday. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Celebrate Big March, come on, do. It's a celebration. Celebrate Big March, come on, do. Come on, celebration.